Good evening, meteorologist Zach Gilday here. Another night of covering storms, and you and me both. I am looking forward to some quieter weather too. I'm so sick of rain and storms. Exactly. It's been a very active forecast. We've been doing coverage seems like nonstop. I'm ready for calm weather. Me too. Good evening, Paul. I appreciate everybody joining. No rain right now in Rogers, and no rain pretty much for the whole coverage area for the moment. I did want to come on here real quick and show you a little update about what we could be dealing with later on tonight into tomorrow morning because it could be getting active. That headline says severe storms, heavy rain tonight into Sunday morning. I think it's going to be late tonight into maybe late Sunday morning. The models keep on pushing all this back in time here or forward in time. If that makes sense. Um, yeah, that was the first time I heard that intro. Yeah, Travis, I'm right there with you. I really want a quiet day. Dwayne, watching Harrison, our Gaither Mountain camera's down. I really want that to be back up. That would have came in clutch. Yeah, today was great. I mean, the morning was pretty active real quickly, but during the afternoon, it was gorgeous. Highs in around 80. Can't really beat this afternoon. It shaped out to be nice. We thought there would be a break in the action, but it turned out to be a real nice afternoon. Becky, I don't even know anymore. Not much. I mean, earlier during the week it was fine, but just the past couple days. Yeah, how did you guys feel about that one? I don't know. I mean, I kind of had it turned down. I didn't really get a good hear. The ground is wet, and that's going to potentially give us some flooding issues coming up. Bentonville, Arkansas right now is fine, but let's get into it. So here's the latest update here. Here's the severe storm risk for the night. It is a one, actually a 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe weather. And I do want to start over. So just in case you missed the newscast, radar right now is quiet, but looking off to our west, we're seeing some activity starting to form. There is a frontal boundary, and along that boundary, we're starting to see some storms form. To our west, look at western Oklahoma. That red polygon is a tornado watch, well west of us, but along the boundary, that's where the tornado potential usually is the highest. Well, I should probably take that back. In this scenario, that's where the tornado potential is the highest along the boundary. For us, the boundaries looks to be south of us, but I think it will try and work its way northward as we go throughout the night. The instability's gone down a little bit, but again, that will try and increase as we go throughout the overnight too. The true instability is further southwest in central Oklahoma and North Texas, it looks like. For us, it's not too bad. Here's a future track. The models keep on changing. It's pretty similar to what we saw last night. 2 a.m. Storms trying to form. And look at this. Looks very eerily similar to what happened this morning. A little mesoscale convective system forms to our northwest and tries to move in. And it's got that bow echo look. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some considerable severe winds tomorrow morning early. I did want to slow that down a bit. So here's 7 a.m. So if you have plans first thing, maybe early morning church service, there could be some issues, especially in Northwest Arkansas. But this model has a lot more activity lingering into the afternoon. That's why we've got Peyton on standby, meteorologist Peyton Langford. He will be in tomorrow morning, most likely, to give you an update. We showed you this risk, 2 out of 5, all hazards are on the table, kind of breaking it down here. Damaging winds, I think that's the main threat. Large hail possible, tornadoes. It is very low, but it is not zero. Here's Rogers. Pretty quiet now. 68. Notice how that dew point is climbing. It's a bit muggy right now, mid 60s. East wind is light. Dripping Springs camera looking to the south. What direction is this? Stand by. Let me get that direction taken care of for you. Let's point it to the northwest. I see now. I think it's southwest. That is like a southwest. 70s, a pretty mild, muggy night. You might not want to have the windows open tonight because a couple reasons. It's muggy, and we could be seeing some pretty heavy rain tomorrow morning early. Let's check out the dew points while we're talking about the mugginess. Mid 60s, the 70s look to be to our southwest. But here's a graphic that I made. This is the precipitation forecast. This might be off by just a bit. We might have to extend that. We can do this live. Why not? I think we might have to extend that 9 a.m. 90% to maybe closer to 10, 11. Or maybe just take the 80% that a little bit longer. I'm just in the system. See, we make those graphics right there. So got that one. It's pretty good. Fort Smith, we have two separate areas. Tomorrow is Sunday. 80%. That's not bad. I like it. So this should update in a second here. Let me have to click off it and then click back on it. Yeah, sorry I'm not answering comments right now. I just want to get through the forecast real quick and then I'll answer them. Yeah, see, I did extend the 80% a little bit longer. I still think there will be a little lull in the action tomorrow, mid to late afternoon potentially. Then another round Sunday into Monday, and all these rounds is going to give us potential for flooding. Flood watch for the whole. Whoa, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Flood watch for the whole coverage area from now through Monday 7 in the evening. Check out those totals there. Widespread 5 to 7, isolated 8 to 10. That will cause some issues. Here's the long range HRRR taking it further in time as we go throughout the day. That line looks nasty. That's 1 in the afternoon. That's not good. See, I do think the potential for a nice afternoon tomorrow is a lot less than what we saw today because we were kind of thinking it was going to clear out. This probably not, probably staying cloudy and potentially staying rainy. Here's Sunday, 10 in the evening. Another round of heavy rain moves in. Now, it's kind of trending south, but that could change. Monday is Memorial Day, and it looks pretty rainy. We can see an afternoon, not much clearing. Here is the day 2. So, severe weather risk for Sunday, 7 a.m. through Monday, 7 a.m. Another slight risk for severe weather. I think the tornado potential will be a little bit less during this time frame, but still worth mentioning. The flood threat, though, that's going up. After all these rounds of rain and storms, we have another. What will we have? Actually, this is the only one. A 3 out of 4 moderate risk on the excessive rainfall forecast. That means widespread flash flooding possible for your Sunday into Monday. Rain accumulation, here are some models. I do want to get to the comments now because that's pretty much it. I mean, flooding, I think we could be seeing some significant observed, maybe even considerable flooding. And flooding can threaten life and property, especially this type of flooding. All right. And I do want to give you the ways we can receive all of the watches and warnings at the end of this forecast. Yeah, so I just Fort Smith, Lisa, yeah, I just showed the future tracks in Fort Smith tomorrow, maybe late morning, afternoon. Looks like it could be getting pretty active. I'm right there with you. Some calm weather, come please soon. Yeah. I'll show you the 7-day real quick after this, but yeah, Brendan, I hear you. Yeah, church tomorrow could be an issue, but here's the deal. I mean, to keep an eye on the radar. The models do not do good with the setup. It could be delayed. Maybe going to the early service might be actually River Valley early service might be a good idea, but Northwest Arkansas maybe not. Maybe you have to wait till late service. But I mean, meteorologists pay Langford will be in because this kind of setup is kind of like a nowcast type deal. Because here's what we've been doing. Meteorologist Peyton Langford and we've been pretty much setting our alarm every half hour, waking up, looking at these because they can just pop up out of nowhere. The moisture's there. We have some subtle energy moving in. It's could be a deal. Yeah, Harrison Gaither Mount. We'll hopefully get that straightened out. I like that camera too. Yeah, me too. It was a nice. I got a little bit of sleep this afternoon, briefly, and that was nice having a break in the action. Yeah, his comment was to 10 minutes ago, so I hope he saw the update. But I can go over the feature track real quick once I get done with the comments. Yeah, very low, but not zero. Huntsville camera, and I know why you like that camera. That's pretty close to where you're at. Here's live view from Huntsville. Very low threat, Taylor, and we'll keep you up to date. If that threat goes. Is this camera frozen? What's going on here? Should be. Looks frozen. Maybe not. No, you can see the clouds moving. Yeah, I don't know about that new countdown. You think it made the countdown go slower? Maybe. Yeah, you see, for me, the I had it turned way down, so I really didn't get a good look at it or a good listen at it. I have to watch later, but yeah, I kind of like the old one. I do like the severe countdown. Hey, Wyatt. Yeah, yeah. Hope all is well for you. Yeah, I hope the storms calm down too. It's been a long weekend. Hey, Michelle. Hi from Wichita, Kansas. We can get eyes on Wichita real quick. This is the radar from Fort Smith. So actually, let me change the radar site to Tulsa. I hope all is well for you in Wichita. I think there will be some storms tonight, potentially. This is the Tulsa radar, so it's not getting a good look at Wichita, but we can look at the satellite. Storms are always forming up in Kansas and coming down as mesoscale convective systems. Pretty quiet. Let's get that east flow, but this could be. Oh, sorry. Pretty quiet. We got the east flow in Wichita, but this could be an issue. And let's actually track that out. Possibility. Yeah, I kind of agree. Probably not the stalled out fronts, but there could be an outflow boundary. So like there are many subtle boundaries because of all the storms we had earlier. That probably that main frontal boundary will not make it to Fayetteville, but there will be some chances for severe weather. Hopefully not. Hey, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, keeping people up to date with the storms and keeping people safe is what really makes this job worth doing. And appreciate you guys being on here and watching. We do our best. Yeah, see, that's not a good time to be out and about. Depending on where you will be, but in Northwest Arkansas, it could be pretty active. Could be an issue. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. The soil's wet. The high winds pretty much makes the trees not as secure in the ground, and the winds can topple them over. Um, it could be getting a bit active at 5 a.m. Here's a feature track look. I do want to start out wide, showing the storms from Kansas kind of coming in. Look at all that. Look at all that. Yeah, Wichita is about to get loud. Look at all the storms coming in. Man. Yeah, so 6 a.m. might be quiet, and the storms might be just northwest of here, but potentially not. Yeah, you're good. You're good right now, but tomorrow morning, 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m., it could be getting pretty active. Well, the higher the dew point, the better the threat, or the higher the threat for tornadoes because you have that surface moisture. Yeah, it's safe. It's safe right now, but mainly Sunday morning, it could be an issue. Late tonight, Sunday morning. Sorry, Alyssa, I missed what does that mean? Oh, I'm way behind in the comments. Yeah, I'm like 12 minutes behind. I don't know. What are you talking about during the 9 o'clock newscast? Is that what you're talking about, Denise? I saw that and I was like, what is that? Northwest Georgia. Oh boy. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm in Northwest Arkansas, but we can do another Northwest, just different state. Here's the day one outlook. Looks like you're in the marginal. Yeah, you could be seeing some storms up in Georgia. Probably not too bad in Georgia. It's not too far away. It was back to our area though. Cape's pretty low right now, but it could be increasing. You're welcome. Glad you're tuning in. Yeah, the sounding shows the shear increasing once again, and low of a jet kicks in, and we could be in for it. Trying to get caught up on the comments. What model is doing it better on accurate on the rainfall forecast? Well, really none of them are doing well. How come even in serious situations you still have a countdown for live streams? Um, do you mean like tonight why there was a countdown or like when there's actually severe weather happening? See, sometimes we don't want like if there's tornado warnings, we don't do a countdown. Um, if people's lives are being threatened, we will not do a countdown. But if we just have like a severe storm watch and then nothing's happening, we'll still do a countdown. And the countdown's good because it gets everybody just joining in. You know, it gets like the whole crowd here. Because if we just say go live and then just start talking, everybody's gonna miss the whole intro. Oh, what is that? That's a severe storm watch. Well, there it is. All those beepings, those were weather radios. Just another way that we can receive alerts. But that was a severe storm watch. So the weather crawl on your TV should be up and stand by. There it is. Severe storm watch from 11:52. Live updates just issued now through 7 a.m. Can we get a break? Just getting caught up on the comments here. All right. Keep in mind, it's just a model. I think so, Brian. Very low, but not zero. Seriously, Southeast Maine. Probably not severe. I know you're just joking, Brian, but I don't know. Well, let's see. Southeast Maine. We got a little nor'easter up there. Yeah, it's windy, it's raining, it's probably cold. A little bit of snow up there. But let's look at the severe storm risk. Nothing. But we live down here. Yeah, right. Yeah, that map, that little pan there, not too far away. What's the cap looking like? You guys know a lot about the weather. You guys know your stuff. Here's the cap. Yeah, there is a cap, but let's see what happens overnight. It could be breaking down. Yeah, questionable. But I do want to leave this on the screen for a little bit longer, just in case you're just joining. If you have weather call next gen, you might have got a text message. We have a new severe storm watch. Tell me about it. It was just for a watch. Yeah, see, tonight's there's always surprises this time of year, William, and everybody else watching. We saw last night there was baseball here. Check this out. I did a Facebook Live last night, and I ended it, and then I stayed here and did another app update because this is what happened. What was that? I don't know. That was weird. That was weird because it was flying. Did you see a UFO in the news? That was really weird. If you're talking about what I'm talking about, during the 9 o'clock newscast, when I was showing the, I think it was Rogers camera, something fell out of the sky. It was weird. But what was I doing? I was showing the baseball size hail. Really close to our coverage area. 2.8 inches in diameter as a baseball size hail. It was at 1:15 in the morning. So surprises can happen this time of the year. Kansas City. Um, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, just general storm risk tonight and tomorrow. All right. 4:30 in the afternoon or in the morning? Probably in the afternoon. Um, yeah, so how about at the end of, once I get done with all the comments, I'll do a future track and then I'll show you the ways to receive watches and warnings. Huh. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're closer to the transmitter or something. All right. Yep, we heard that too. Nice. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Hey, Brandon, but even though it's not Madison County, it will likely be extended into Madison County, and even if you're not in the watch, severe weather will be a possibility for pretty much the whole forecast area. AM. So you're driving back at 4:30 AM, or you should be arriving at 4:30 AM. If you arrive at 4:30, you might get back just in time to miss out on these storms, which is good because you don't want to be on the road during these storms. Huh? Give it a second or a minute. Well, I don't know what it was. So UFO. That was so weird. Yeah, I was doing the current conditions and I was like, I don't know what that was. That was Pryor, Oklahoma. It's quiet now, but they're in the severe storm watch too, I believe. Yeah, they are. Oh, come on. That's a tough one. I like that question. That's funny. Well, hopefully, but there's a potential we could see a brief spin up tornado. That's not out of the question. Brian has the best comments. I'm having an issue where my outdoor cats have became friends with the local raccoon and suggestions. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions for Brian. Hawaii weather? That's a ways away. Wow, really isolated. Look how isolated Hawaii is. That's really in the middle of nowhere. Well, I mean, middle of the Pacific Ocean. That's wild. But yeah, It's pretty dry. Hey, it's like some storm out to the northeast. Maybe some rain offshore. Um, Temperature is probably not too bad. I wonder if this covers Hawaii too. Does this cover Hawaii and Alaska? Yeah. Oh, it covers the whole world. Yeah, it was enough of that. Yeah, for us, the weather looks pretty active though. So I'm almost caught up with the comments. That's probably for the best, and I will soon. I've got that migraine right here. That's kind of like annoying. It's kind of like in the temple. Adopting the raccoons. No, we will not be live all night. This is kind of like a preliminary update for tomorrow morning. That was a map of the local storm reports, Jessica. So we can you can access that. I'm sure the National Weather Service has that somewhere if you can find it. Sorry, I off the top of my head. I mean, for us, it's real simple because we have like these weather computers. Really, it's just it makes it real easy. I'm on the satellite radar. If I want to see local storm reports, just one click, all the storm reports, and we can zoom in and we can see what we saw. That is some heavy rain. 2 inches of rain up in McDonald County. But yeah, baseball sized hail west of Miami. Nope, that is a severe storm watch. All right, almost done with the comments. Okay, that question, if I'm interpreting it right, to clarify, for us, we have a severe storm watch, but there is a tornado watch to our west. That yellow area, that is a tornado watch, and that's well west of us, but there are some storms in that, or maybe not. Well, they haven't really formed yet, but as you can see, that the angle of that watch, those storms could be missing us potentially, but maybe not. Let's see a computer model. These models, they're all over the place. Yeah. Tornado sirens are meant for those who are outdoors, correct. That's why when we're indoors, we have to have some things that I will show you in just a minute. Watanga, Oklahoma? That's closer to home. Gotta find out where that is. Sorry. 70 miles northwest of Oklahoma City. Right now it's pretty quiet, but you do have a enhanced risk for severe weather, so you could be seeing all hazards possible tonight. Because look at this model. It's firing up storms everywhere. It's just a model. It could be off, but worth watching. Yeah, Monday does have a risk for severe weather as well. I don't know about weather.com, but I will show you a better thing to use. I don't know. Are you in the county? Because the watch was only issued for a few of our counties. If you're in Barry, Benton, Washington, Adair, Delaware, you should have got the text message. All right, so finally got done with the comments. Not that I don't like the comments, but what can we do? So right now it's quiet, but later on, late tonight into tomorrow morning, it could be getting pretty active. So download our free app. You will get updates when we do our live streams, instant weather alerts. We do videos every day, multiple times, and you'll get updated threats, timing videos. There's interactive radar on this app, and it's a great way to send us storm photos. Another way to get updated is a thing called Weather Call Next Gen. We are partners with them, and I do want to show you that real quick. So here it is. So what makes this service different is it will only alert you when you're in the polygon. So hyperlocal alerts, unlike a weather radio. Weather radio alerts the whole county, so you might be in a section of a county that is not impacted by the storm. But Weather Call Next Gen will only let you know when the storm is impacting you. You'll get a call for pretty much everything, and well, you'll get a call. I'll go over that in just a second. But tornado, that's when you get those calls. So immediate phone alerts for observed tornadoes and warning upgrades. And when there's the extreme thunderstorm, you will get an update if we have the winds that are up to hurricane force winds or golf ball sized hail. You will get a call for that, and you'll get calls to landline phones. If you're live in a rural area with poor cell service, you will get a call. So that's good. And it is a paid service, only $12 to $15 a year. So pretty much $1 a month, which is nothing. And $15 if you want lightning data. I believe that's the deal. And $12 if you don't. But it really comes in handy, especially when these storms roll in at these odd hours. So, yep, those are the ways that we can receive alerts. And I do want to show you the feature track one last time, and then I will sign off and we'll come back on when these storms are rolling in. So it shows us pretty quiet till about 4:30, 5 a.m., 6, 7. That could be trouble in Northwest Arkansas. And then these models have the activity lingering further into the afternoon, maybe a couple rounds of severe storms and heavy rain. And that's why we have this outlook. I really think the flood threat will be a big deal tomorrow. If we have that heavy rain in the morning, another one in the afternoon, we could see widespread flash flooding, and this could impact life and property. So we'll be watching it closely with that. And all hazards are on the table. Straight line damage and winds is probably the main threats, but we could see a spin up tornado. So we will be watching that closely. Until then, here is the radar. One last look at the radar. Storms a ways away, but when they're moving in, we will let you know. And appreciate all the comments. Appreciate everybody on this live. And we're going to, or I'm going to sign off right now, and we'll be back on if need be. Until then, stay safe and have a great night.